Yeah. So can you see my screen and can you hear me? I think yes. So hello. Yeah, you can hear me, right? Okay. 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 Thank you, Jonathan. So good evening, everybody. Once again, my name is Shagman Jibola. I'm a front end web developer. So today I'm talking about CSS Grid. So I know last time this CSS Flex was discussed, and I saw the video too. So if you understand CSS Flex at least to some extent, you take up you understand Grid easily. So Grid is just like, let me say, the elder brother of Flex, to make sure that that's it. So what is CSS Grid? So I created. So we're already familiar with HTML and CSS. That's why I just created this down. So I put it on live server so that I will just see the changes here immediately. So what is CSS Grid? So CSS Grid is just like a tool that you can use to create layouts for your website. For Flex, Flex is like if you want to make elements, more than one element, to align in one dimension. So when I say one dimension, I mean maybe you want to flex to the horizontal, like in a straight line, horizontal. You want to flex vertically to two or more elements. But grid is used to display items in a two-dimensional layout system. So that means you can use it to align items horizontally and vertically at the same time. So that's just the difference between flex and grid. Flex will do just horizontal or either or vertical, but grid will do the two at the same time. So and a grid layout will have pointed just like flex. So let's just begin now. So now I have this div here. I created this div. So the main div here, that's the one starting at line 24. It's a parent div because it has six children divs here. So I styled it as grid container. So to make a div, that's this parent div, to make it to display to grid, you need to come to your CSS and say grid container. Let me just copy. Sorry, I'm lazy to write. Copy here. Just so once I just press display grid, let's see how it looks like. So automatically, although we are not seeing the changes, automatically those items, this 1 to 6, they're already displaying as grid. It automatically makes the items to have a display of grid. So let me just add some style to the grid container. So let me give it a weight of 75%. So we'll see what we're doing. Give it a background color of light blue. Okay. And to make it center, let me give it margin. Okay, template top and bottom, then auto left and right, so it will go to the center. Yes, now. So we have it. So we have the children, the six items. They are now grid. So to see to now to just space out everything. So I gave it all of them grid item. They have the same class name of grid item. Then each of them have a different class name. That's one, two, three, four, five, six. To cite them um, differently. So let's start with children. That's grid item. So let me just give it a a padding of 10 px. Let me give it a border. Though we know what is of 1 px. Let me increase the font size a little bit. Px. Yeah. So they are in grid format now. So to let's talk about other grid properties that we can use. So now that they are in grid format, the default is vertical, horizontal. I mean horizontal. So you can make the display either vertical or horizontal. But before we look at the layout, let's talk about we'll talk about the display grid to set it first time. So the column, this is just one column now, and we have one, two, the 6 rows. So these rows starting from this side, then column is just one. So we can have gaps to create gaps between them instead of margin like general the one that is similar to gaps here. But in grid we call it gap. So we go to the main grid container. You can say colon gap. Let's say relax. But it's not going to work now because we just have one column. Let's put um, row gap npx. You can see the gap. Okay, let me remove the background color here and put it here. Yeah. So we can see the gap here. That's 10 px. Let me try and increase it to 15. So that's 15 px. So that's the gap. For That's the gap. So and we call something like shorthand property. So instead of saying colon gap 10 px, row gap 10 px, we can just say gap. Let's say gap. Then the row will come first. That's 15 px, and the colon will come second. Colon is 10 px. That means you don't need these two lines again. So that's what gap is all about. So let's move to the template columns and template rows to now make it like go to different rows and columns. So we go to the grid container, the main parent container, and let's give it grid templates column. So how many column do we want? We have six children here. Let's make it 3 by 2. That's 1, 2, 3. Then 1, 2, 3 in 3 columns. So this one I'm talking about. Grid template columns. How many columns do you want? We want 3 columns. So we can just say auto auto auto. So when you say auto, what does it mean? So each auto is saying one colon, second colon, and the third colon. So that's why it's now in 3 columns now. So if I try to make it two, it's now 2 columns. So by default, it was just in auto, like just one column. So let's work with 3 columns. So we can do the same for row. Although automatically it will just give it 2 rows because we have just 3 left and we just put it here. So I can say, let me change this to rows. Yeah. So now we can I can test the gap again to be sure. So it was 10 px before, so let me put it 5. The gap at the color. So you should notice that. So that's that about the color. Now let's talk more about, and instead of auto, if you want to like make it like I want one column to be a bit thinner than others. So we can say let's give this the first column just a 10 px. So instead of auto means like the meeting the size of each column. That's like the auto. That if you don't want to specify the size of each column, you say auto. But if you want to specify, you can put it here. That's 40 px. Let's give this 60 px. Then automatically the third one will take the when you give it auto, it will take the remaining space of the container. So let me just give this 70 px. Yeah. So we have those two rows here. Yeah, so this is not needed. Let me give this 80 px. That's the second row. Second row here. Yeah. So look at another property with grid. That's justify content. So we have 6 children here, and let's see how we can justify. Justify content is a property that is also in flex. So we use justify content to horizontally align the whole grid inside the container. That's all items. That is these 6 items, and we want to display it inside the main container. So I said this grid container is the parent container. Why this grid item is for each of them. So for each of them, if you want to like justify them, like you want to align them in their own the items, you want to align all of them in that main container. So and you want to do it together. So we can justify this content. And you can say center. Okay, let me show it again. So you can say baseline, center, and so this all of them here. So you can test it. So let's see what center is all about. Center will make it go to center as its name implies. So you can say end, takes it to the end. You can also say start, takes it to the beginning. So let's just leave it at center. Yeah. So we can also do the same thing vertically. You can say justify content is just like arranging it horizontally because everything we have been doing is just moving like just move either here or here. So it's just like horizontally. So the reverse of it is align content. So that one affects it vertically. Align content. So almost the same value. So let's say that one to center. Take it to the center. That means like you have centered those parents. You have centered it both horizontally and vertically. Let's see what the end looks like. Okay, let me increase the height of this. Okay, give it. Let me give it a background color so we see. Let me give it black. Okay, let me give it some padding. So we see some space of NPX. So justify content would style it horizontally while the align content vertically. So let's talk about each item here. So justify content and align content, just the way they are working in Flex. That's almost the same way they are working in Grid. So if you kind of understand it with Flex, you understand it with with grid too. So let's see what we can do with each items. So we will not talk much about this because time is almost up. Let's just look at the columns and row, like good column and good row. Like if you want to say, like you want, for example, I want one to be a little bit different from others, just that one. So I can say, let me see what's a different class of the first one. That is this one. Let's see how we can style it differently. So let's give it a good colon. So what is good colon? Good colon is just like a property to, to style each item in the each item of the children items. So you want to say where should it start, where should it end? We know that we have three columns and two rows, but we can say this first one should start at two, while two should go start at one. That's how we can do it. So let me say the first one should start at the second column. That's like two. So where should it end? You start with that with this slash. Let it stop at three. So what this is, can you see that everything just changes now? So what this is happening is this the cursor here is at colon one, this is colon two, this is colon three, this is colon four. I'll take that again. This is, although we have three columns, but we have colon one, the line, colon one, line two, colon line three, then line four. So these two, the first two here, these two is going to start from here. That is why the the item one is starting here now. This is two, then it's ending at three, at line three. So that is this three. So let me say, okay, starts at three, end at four, end at four. So that's why it's going to one and starting at three. So let's just say, okay, I want to be a bit different. Let me just look at the four and say, okay, I want four to start at one. Let me just copy this, paste it here, and just say, okay, you just go back to one and four. And you see, look at the four where it is. It was there before, but now it left the place and go to a new row. And it's starting here, starting at line one and line ending at line four. Starting at line one and line four. So instead of saying slash slash, you can just say, okay, start at line one, then span, then stroke. Where should it end? Instead of saying line four, you can just say span three, span three. Still the same thing. Difference between span three and four is that, okay, you're saying span three means like span three columns. Move span three columns. So column one, column two, and column three, it will take the whole of everything. And it's also like good column is like is a shorthand. For example, this will be the last property we're looking at because time has gone. Let's look at two. Instead of saying good colon, you can just say good colon start. And anything I do for colon, same thing with row. So good colon start, where it should start in one, and you can say good colon end. Still the same thing. Instead of saying one slash two, I can just say start one, then end two. That's a different property. So this is good colon start, good colon end. So what I'm saying is this line 26 is the same thing as something like this too. So it's just shorthand. So instead of saying one here and two here, you can just split it out here. Then you bring it together here. So this is starting at one and ending. Let me put it at three. That's two. Yeah. So it's starting at one and it's ending at three. So this is line one. line 2 is around this place, then line 3 is around this place, and this is line 4. So this is spanning two column, and this is now the third column here. So that's just like the basic intro of CSS Grid. Don't know if anybody has question. I can talk about it here. Oh, I was just done with the class now, so I've been talking to it. Yvonne, what was the last thing you heard, please? Okay, okay. Oh, so sorry about it. I did not notice. Okay, let me just go through it again. Okay, let me just continue. So I've even done much. So okay, let me just take back very quickly. So I think you said you were here when I was doing this, Abi. The first one, the first item. This two, Abi. Okay. So I'm just saying this these two properties here, they are just like the long form of this. So this is saying good colon then 3/4. But here it's saying good colon starts 1, good colon end 3. So this is just like a short and. So instead of saying good colon starts, good colon end, just like this one is making it 2, I can just say good colon. I will not put start or end. I will not put this start. I will not put this end. I will just say 1/3. So this is what I'm saying. Good colon 1/3. So these two is still the same thing as this. That's just the shorthand. So I can clear this. So I believe you got this one, the explanation here. Yeah. So is there any question? I think we'll be ending it there this night. Vaughn, can you hear me? Yeah, yeah.